What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. It has been a hot as hell day, but it has been an enjoyable day. Got a lot of work done today. Feeling good, feeling tired, but I'm feeling pumped up because we got some birds action going on today. We talked about those joint practices coming up. That happened today. We got some good news as well. We'll talk about that. And, of course, we got preseason football on Thursday, 24 effing days away from Eagles football. Let's effing go. Game one is coming sooner than you know, man. I am ready to run through some walls getting ready for this. I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty pumped up about the season. Keep hearing all these things, and look, we've talked about it. Offensive line, tight end, safety. I understand there's some question marks, but I'm hearing the edge, interior, defensive line. These are the two positions I am not worried about, and I promise you, people, get your asses on board. We're about to break that sack record today, looking like they were having a good day doing that. They're about to see what we've been talking about the entire off season, but let's effing go. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you're all having a good one. Any questions, comments that you have, leave them down below. Appreciate you hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff you do to support the channel. I cannot thank you enough. Drew, my man, thank you again for getting those memberships out to people, gifting those to people. I am going to be making a post after this show tonight. Want you guys to be a part of this for the preseason game coming up. So you members, take a gander at those posts and you shall see. But before I jump over, let me just show you the great news. So Cooper DeJean, we talked about it. Hopeful that he would come off that NFI list before we had this damn preseason over with. So he wants to play in that third game. I would be, safe with him. But regardless, if he's ready, get him up to speed. But we got some competition here. We obviously know this kid's making the team. I'm just saying. Got a lot of competition for the starters, some depth. We know this kid, they were trying him at cornerback here, but we know he can play safety. And we may need a little help there. So maybe they cross-train him a little bit. Maybe he helps in the return game a little. A lot of options here for Cooper DeJean. And I think we all know how excited I was to get him in the draft. I mean, 7 out of those 9 I was pretty excited for, but holy hell. And what's going on with my screen? God, this stupid computer. I just want to drop kick it sometimes, but it just keeps blurring out for me. I don't know about for you guys. Whatever. As long as you can hear what I'm saying, let's effing go. So my man Mario tuning in. Let's go, dude. It was a long day. Not as long. Yesterday it was over 12 hours. That sucked. But I'm here, man, and I'm ready to talk some birds, so let's effing go. Hope you're having a great day. Ooh, my man Mario, you guys are slick with it. Always watching it work. Love to see it. Appreciate you tuning in. And, it is time, and I'm all about breaking that record. Mother, love you. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm ready for some birds action. Yeah, I think we all know that. Obviously, with work, how crazy it's been. Not so sure how much I'm going to be able to do so many of the things I've tried to do here the past couple of years, but we're still growing. We're still figuring things out. We're going to make this a great experience when we go win that second Super Bowl. Let's go, birds. Appreciate you tuning in. But, dude, I hope you are, Samuel, and I appreciate you, my man. I know you are a busy man, but, look, I'm pumped up. You guys heard me. I'm going to lay the blueprint out, how we're winning the Super Bowl. How can we build this dynasty we've talked about? And damn it if I didn't map it out. Almost damn to the T. We talked about Saquon. We talked about Huff. We talked about DeJean Mitchell. We talked about 7 and 9 draft picks. We talked about so much here with the cap space we had. The things we could do here. Trying to paint a picture here as to what is to come. So, Samuel, the excitement is shared in these parts. Amongst these sickos here, we're all pretty excited. So, glad to see excitement in the room tonight. And that's a great point. Always ready to talk some birds. So, look, long day at work. Can't always keep up with everything that's happening here. Clearly, the job I do, looking at my phone is just not a possibility. So, as I always say, during the weekdays, if things happen, I am going to, have to give you that news afterwards. We'll have to talk about those things afterwards. So let's talk about, what happened at this joint practice today. Let's learn what went down together. And Matt Judon, I don't know if we'll go after one of the top guys out there, edge rushers. We have a lot of edge rushers here. I understand the media has been pushing that narrative all of a sudden. I'm actually working on a graphic to make fun of them because I'm showing all of the pieces we have on this D-line. So I don't know, man. I would love to have every damn good player that's out there. But, the way we have drafted and signed and done things at the edge position, I think they feel pretty comfortable. We talked about getting rid of Hassan Reddick, and why would you do that? Well, I think everybody kind of sees what I was talking about, exactly what I was talking about, for over a year when we talked about why we drafted Nolan Smith, why you go after someone like Bryce Huff, because Reddick's going to want money that we're not paying. And, well, sure as shit, who's holding out from training camp with the Jets and wants a trade? That's Hassan Reddick. So glad you agree, Mario. Let's go. But appreciate you tuning in, Little G. Congrats again. I'm assuming you're going to be an uncle. Let's go, Birds. Appreciate you tuning in. Heard about a wide receiver. How do you feel? Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of trade talk. And I'm feeling real bad for the media, man. It's been a tough offseason for them. I've been pretty busy, so I haven't been able to give them free content. But really struggling, with talking about all the stuff that's happening and going down. And, there are some good reporters out there, so I try to always point you in the right direction. We're going to talk about one of those guys here in a second. But trading for Kyle Pitts, I highly doubt that. I think they would love to keep him there with the Falcons, but let's go. Gene, appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great night or whatever the hell time it is, wherever you're at right now. I know you're tuning in from another country, I believe, one of the last times I talked to you, but appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well. I'm getting pumped up here. Let's go, Tiffany. A true sicko in the building. Now we're talking. But let's get over these notes real quick. Then we'll talk whatever you guys have on your mind here. Let me pop this up. My man, Andrew DeCecco from, Inside the Birds, right? We'll see in a second here when I get to the damn article. But go check out his work. He does a great job. And this is somebody who doesn't push that clickbait, the misinformation. He actually knows football and can talk football and gives us football news. And that's all I've been trying to do and what I've been begging for years. And this dude came along a couple of years ago, and it's like, oh, thank God. Like, I don't know, man. Since I've been trying to do it, people get pretty worked up about it. But I think we all see, this is something people need desperately. So how do I do this? Son of a... Let me pull her down here. Trying to make this full screen for you so nothing is in your way, but I'll pop back over to these comments in a second. But appreciate all of you. Let me scroll through this with you here. So, mid-clear skies and humid conditions. Was a little humid today. Yes, it was. Flares from both Eagles and Pats, but I think they were in New England, so no doubt. 2-hour, 13-minute joint practice. Okay. And yes, they were in Foxborough. I am a drifter. Intensity and focus were apparent from the start. Let's go. Competitiveness shown from both sides. I like that. Game-like setting. This is why we talk about, I like these more than preseason. You get your starters actually in situations that you want to see. So I'm a fan of these. I like these. Among the notable pre-practice developments, Eagles second. Yes, we know. Cooper DeJean, we were just talking about. Let's go, baby. Cannot wait to see him. We're going to talk about him in a second here. For practice, when asked, revealed we get some info about DeJean, hamstring. So they're being cautious with him. We know that. We're hoping that this dude, can get some time early, but he is the future here, so you don't need to rush it. But he expects to rep at nickel and corner, and yes, we talk about that. We may need some safety help at some point, but I think they're going to work on kind of like what they're doing with Quinyon Mitchell, just a little bit of inside, outside, and I think he's going to be a blessing. We haven't heard anything other than right now, he said. So we know that. Burks, Calcaterra, CJ, GJ, Albert O, Caden Stearns, all still out now. Paris Campbell's back. Let's go. So is Cooper DeJean in a limited capacity. Garner and Smith still limited. Burks hasn't practiced since day one. Yes, we've talked about that. Return just in time. Yes, Campbell, you need to go out, show what you got. Notable first team inclusion. I'm going to show you the whole depth chart here in a second. So we're going to talk about all this as a whole. Don't worry. Each position where you have questions and all that great stuff, the receiver, all that. I'm going to show you who we have. Notable first team inclusions. Becton at guard. Wilson with AJ and Devontae. Quinyon at nickel with Rodgers and Slay. So they're going with my corners still. And that's kind of the dream here, for me at least, what I want our starters to be. So very excited that seems to be how it's panning out. So let's go over this here. Much of my focus fixated on the defense. I like that. The left field are one of my primary takeaways. So, D tackles, Carter, Davis, Williams, extremely physical. Dude, I'm telling you, they're sleeping on the wrong ones. I keep hearing how we need help there. Dude, they have no idea who Milton Williams is. And Carter, and keep sleeping on Davis and making fun of his weight. That's fine, man. You're in for a rude awakening. Perspective here. Can I talk shit? Blah, blah, blah. There were at least 6 sacks, 2 and touch, of course, about against Brissett, and 8 against Drake May. Oh, Williams often gets overshadowed by Carter to an extent. Davis, but the fourth-year pro is quick. Yeah, man. People are, I don't know. You guys know me. I'm trying to get people on board with Milton Williams for a few years here. I've been talking about why he needs to get extended before he blows up this year, but go do your thing, my man. Quite a summer, but I came really impressed with Huff. But trying to tell him, hey, man, I do not care. People want to, slander him. Physical plays against the run, shutting down Gibson. Hey, man, I'm very excited about Bryce Huff here. And, dude, this is going to be awesome. Let them keep talking about how we need all these positions that we're stacked at. And I'm going to show you how stacked we are. 2 below 2 getting in there. That's what I like to see. One-on-one highlights. Goddard versus Duggar. Goddard one on the line. Wasted perfectly placed pass. Love to see that. Bell and Blankenship. I liked Bell in this draft here. Rookie tight end gets a jump on Blankenship, but the safety managed to get a hand in. There we go. Often trails. Kudos to him. I love that. Ringo versus Baker. Ringo got his hands. Baker at the line. Whiteout managed to shake free. Don't like that. Quan Baker beating. I think Quan Baker's the dude I interviewed a couple years ago. Shout out to him. James Bradbury. Mitchell Wilcox got handsy. Peyton wrapped his arm around his waist, but Wilcox said, oh. See, and this is what I'm talking about. And Bradbury, I understand a lot of you guys like him. I think there's so much young talent here. I would pass on keeping him here. Devontae Smith, Gonzalez, nifty. Oh, dude, you ain't stopping Smith, bro. He is, he's one of the best receivers there is. They're going to have to just admit that here this year. Petway versus Mitchell. Mitchell got his hands on Petway at the line, impeding Petway, Drake May, before getting his right hand. That's what I like to see. Polk and Stevens. Polk exploded off the ball. Stevens couldn't make up ground. Yeah, they didn't even play Stevens in that last game. Yeah, I mean, he was an undrafted kid. We'll see. Like I said, I highly doubt it makes the team, but maybe practice squad hopeful, but not getting any reps. Not great. Tyler Hall, David Wallace, I believe, released outside, took his route. Wallace, Brissett, touchdown. Okay. More observations. It appeared Patriots offense would pick apart the interior. Deep pass, the result, running back sides were peppered, exploiting the linebacker to safety. The script flipped. Okay. So, I mean, this defense, we've talked about, there could be some bumpy roads at first, some learning curves, but, dude, I'm telling you, I think this defense is going to be dominant by the end of the year. And I think we break that sack record, man. I think we're back to a rotation, and I'm going to show you. Mungmore and blah, blah. Nakobe Dean. I heard he started today. I like that. I think he's really pushing Vaughn for that spot. I don't think he just handed it to him, but Vaughn has it right now. But, again, I've seen people, hey, you got to cut him. No, I'm not doing that. I want to see him develop. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., among the linebackers explored in the passing game. Yeah, man, he's got to work on some things. He's young. That's fine. He's got all the time in the world. Help us out on special teams, be on this roster, all about it. Financial seed. Dean joined Devin White with the first team. Yes, spot that belonged to Vaughn throughout camp. So they're giving him a shot here, man. It'll probably start in this game. You're going to see a lot of guys getting shots here. We want to know who the starters are. So, stood out most about Dean was his physicality, attack blocks, and welcome contact. By comparison, more physical player than Vaughn in that regard. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let them keep slandering him. We're just talking about this the other day. Go ahead, Nakobe. Ringo, close to a few interceptions, all about it. And drill attempt to he needs to start converting. Yes, he does. And look, he has a chance to learn under Slay still again for a year. We got Rodgers. He can learn from him as well. He and Mitchell and DeJean, the future is bright there. And then you got Brown in the secondary. I'm pumped up, and at safety, I mean. So working on kickoff coverage. Ringo, you got to be able to help there. Patrick Johnson continues to impress. Ben Van Sumerman as well. Job is special teams ace. Nolan Smith getting back there. Okay. Curiously could yeah, Jacob Harris. He is a big boy, but no doubt. Yeah, Calcaterra was out, so maybe just throwing him in there. Sequence during kickoff. Tension. Oh, Rodgers returning. Raekwon McMillan blew up the blocker. Kenny Gainwell. Christian Ellis then hit Rodgers, who fumbled and got returned for a touchdown. I don't like that. Gainwell on the ensuing snap returned the ball down the right side where it appeared E.J. Jenkins, along with Gainwell, took exception to something. Brief skirmish. Ooh. From when I saw the offense, it was another ho-hum day for Hurts. And you know they'll just talk about how Hurts is got this horrible relationship with Sirianni, and I used that picture that you guys see right there because I know they're looking at that and they're like, oh my God, a coach is talking to a player. And that stuff's always funny to me. So, you see what went down today with the joint practice. I really do enjoy those. They're better than preseason, but preseason we actually get to watch. So I know it is, enjoyable there too. So I love it all, man. But hey, what have I been saying, Tiffany, over and over again? They keep talking about how we need all these players, and I keep talking about how we're about to break sack records. So, hey, man, what do I know? My man, Doyle. Yo, dude, appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Sack 17. Who is 17? Sack them all. Sack all the quarterbacks. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you, Joe, my man. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate all of you hitting that like button. As I said earlier, all the support is welcome and greatly appreciated. Stopping in from Vietnam, made it back home to Texas. Oh, great. Love to hear that you had safe travels, my man. And that's so insane to me. Like, you're watching from Vietnam. Now you're even in Texas. Like, that's insane to me. Like, you're so far away from me right now. Like, technology is nuts. I'm that old where I, am able to be like, this is just wild. I can't believe I'm sitting here. Like, it's just so cool to me. So I appreciate you, dude. I really do. I hope you had a great time. Or if it was work, whatever it was, I can't remember. I'm sorry, dude. It's work has me. And I'm out in the sun a lot. I'm brain dead at this point. But hey, man, it's my pleasure, and I appreciate you guys always tuning in. That's what this is all about, man. So I have every time I'm going to show you an updated depth chart. You're going to see all the injuries, all that stuff included. So I want you guys to be up to date with everything. So I'm going to do my best here with the time I have throughout these next few days. This week, it's probably just going to fly by because I have so much. It's insane. The preseason game, it's what we were just talking about here, man. And as I always talk about, those are, the real deal where you get to see situational football. So I love it. My man, Drew, just gave you a shout out earlier in the video. Appreciate you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Just talking about this joint practice here, as I'm sure you saw. But we're going to look at the depth chart, some things, talk about some of these positions that I keep hearing we have to do, this, that, the other thing. I'll give you my opinion. Linebackers, you know how pumped up I am to have some competition there, and I feel very comfortable. And again, these are a lot of positions people talk about how, we need this, I don't know where they get this stuff. But the media, again, they just make shit up all the time because they don't know what they're doing. So good for them. And board of the bats in, Nick, Bill's taking your job next year. The boot hurts too. So, oh yeah, dude, they're weirdos. And there's a lot of just whiny little shitbirds in this world anymore. Everybody's a little bitch, to be honest with you. Excuse my language, but I don't get it. Like, fans of other teams that comment on my videos and stuff, I'm like, dude, did you want to talk football or you just want to cry like a bitch? Because, dog, I'm old and I don't care about your weird high school stuff. Like, I just literally want to talk football. Like, I get off work after a long day. I want to talk some effing birds with my sickos, my family here. And that's what this is all about, man. And I'm all about finding more sickos and diehards and adding them to the ranks here and, growing this family. But, dog, it's just so weird how, like, just whiny and negative. Like, we can bust balls and have fun with other teams. I've been doing that my whole damn life, man. But I just think that some people, it's so weird. It's just different. If you're older, you understand what I'm talking about. Like, it ain't the same anymore. People are weird as hell, bro. And I'm just here to talk birds. And I'm here to get excited because, well, I got a list for you. Let's take a look at this depth chart. And Cooper DeJean, he's off this list, baby. So Sidney Brown still on the PUP list. McCollum Castles was reverted to the IR once he was waived. And then when you're waived with that injury designation, whenever you see that waived/injured, if you're ever wondering what that means, it just means you've been waived with an injury designation. So therefore, if no one claims you, like on those waiver wires after you're waived, not released. So you're getting waived in this period of time in the offseason. If no one claims you, you revert to the IR. So you just go like you would think, like, 'cause a lot of times people are like, well, I thought this guy was cut. So just remember, he's there. A lot of times, though, when these guys get healthy, they just get a cash settlement and then they're let go. So he probably isn't going to be on the team. So I don't have him on the depth chart. But LaRaven Clark, he's on IR as well. And, I do have him because, well, they like him as a backup tackle, probably on the practice squad once he comes back healthy. But we got Cooper DeJean. So let's start it off with the defense here on the depth chart. And you can see the key at the top right there, Kelly Green. With the white ring around them, they are rookies. If it is just that green, then you will see they are new to the team. Herschel, please shut up. Red and orange, that is injuries. So if they're orange, it means they were limited. If they are red, that means they are out from practice. If it says something like pup in front of it, well, that means they're on the pup list. So Sidney Brown on the pup list. Oren Burks, CJ Gardner-Johnson were the ones that were out. And then, of course, DeJean, Brandon Smith, Mekhi Gardner were limited today. So let's look at this interior D-line. Okay, so if you're talking about depth, I think Ojomo, Tuipulotu, Thomas Booker, hold on one second. I apologize. Herschel never always waits till I go on. But here you can see, for me, Ojomo, stud, Tuipulotu continues to shine. Gabe Hall would like to see something from him. Thomas Booker's look good. PJ Mustafa is only the true nose tackle that we have here. So I understand maybe if you want to add there. But look, you're going to have guys, versatile interior defensive linemen that can move around different techniques. But I guess, for me, the top three are going to be so badass. I cannot wait for them. And Ojomo, Tuipulotu, and if it's Booker or Hall or, if they just keep five, I still feel kind of comfortable there. So when you're looking there, to me, if you want to add a Calais Campbell or something, a veteran to come in and be that fourth, fifth guy, okay, whatever. If you don't feel comfortable with Tuipulotu and Ojomo, but I do. But then at edge, I keep hearing, how we desperately need help here, and I don't know where that's coming from. Sweat, Huff. And then you have Brandon Graham, Nolan Smith. You all know how much I was enamored with Jalen Hunt. Why I wanted him in this draft has been pretty damn clear, I think. But Patrick Johnson, we talked about this before the preseason game last week. Could he step up on defense? We know he's a special teams ace, but with that versatility, he can play edge, he can play off ball, and, well, sure as shit, he gets that strip sack to help win the game. So he continues to say, hey, Eagles, you got to keep six here. And for me, that's quite a healthy six-man rotation of Sweat, Huff, Smith, Graham, Hunt, and Johnson. So to me, you're only really using four, a dabble of the fifth, until Hunt really progresses and can take over for BG. You've got a plethora of guys there. So I don't understand it so much where, and I get it. People, want guys with higher ratings on Madden or whatever it is and things like that. But to me, in the NFL, we've got a lot of money. We can do whatever the hell we want. The cap space is there. But, you also, I've seen, trade for Reddick. Well, you got to pay him if you're going to do that. We're not doing that. We're getting younger there. I think that's clear. We brought back BG to be the mentor. Sweat was restructured. He'll be gone next year probably unless he figures out a new deal. So getting younger, Hunt, Huff, Smith, the future there. Patrick Johnson, hey, let's go. But at linebacker, we talk about Dean. I'd love to put him there over Bond. Have Bond as that depth piece who can, not only play off ball, but can help you at edge as well as a weapon on defense. And I'd love to see that. But Jeremiah Trotter there is depth. Ben Van Sumeren trying to show his thing. Burks hasn't been able to practice, so I highly doubt he makes it. We've talked about it. I don't think he, Lewis, Smith make it. I think you have to keep five here. And I like all five of the guys that you're trying to keep at linebacker, but we'll continue to see how they do throughout the preseason. But then at corner, DeJean now added to the mix. Holy shenanigans. And we talk about, Hall, McPherson, Joe back there fighting for their lives, and, even Ricks. But Ringo's going to be one of the backups. DeJean is going to be here. So, Slay, Rogers, Mitchell, DeJean, and Ringo are your five. Do you keep 6? 7 is Ricks, Job, McPherson. Somebody going to step up on special teams. Tyler Hall. Sean Stevens, Perry Nickerson, anybody. But then at safety, which of these guys can help you at safety too? Because we've got Maddox and Bradbury already moved there. So, okay, Caden Stearns was just signed, but, he passed his physical when he was released, but then he failed it when he went to the Panthers. So that's why he was cut. We'll see. The Eagles are going to give him some time to get healthy, but I guess I should have him in red too because, well, he's banged up now too. But Tristan McCollum, he's been looking good. You got Andre Sam. Garner's a little banged up. That's not great. We talked about probably practice squad for he and Sam, but you guys got to be able to step it up right now. There is an opportunity with CJ Gardner-Johnson banged up. Sidney Brown still on that pup list. So a lot going on there, man. And I think this defense, dude, people are sleeping on it. And you've known my excitement about this multiple scheme defense. This is year 4 now. 3-4. It's not a 3-4. It's a 5-2, and this will be year 4 of running it. The media every year tries, this is year 4 of them trying. We're switching defense. We're not. We're switching coordinators. It's Vic Fangio. And all the other ones we had before were, trying to be like him in a sense that, it's a variation of his defense. But it works. This is why the top offensive coordinators hate it. But we've got the Godfather himself, Vic Fangio, here to literally run the defense. We've been begging and talking about how could it be similar? What can we do with these players? And dude, can't let them keep sleeping. And Joe, they are, and I do apologize for my language. I try not to swear here, but sometimes I just get a little fired up, and it's been a long day. And sometimes, you're not really talking a lot and just digging. Or today we were laying a lot of stone and stuff. I'm feeling it. Oh, hell, all those damn cinder blocks. But, dude, I get fired up. I get ready to talk about these shows, and I can't stand the negativity from people like, oh, whine in the corner, bro. Let us enjoy this. This is about to be an awesome season. So I cannot wait to see it. I can't wait to see the picks, bro. I am excited and working on a couple of these designs here I want to put out. And I want to try to, start giving some of this stuff away. See you guys rocking that stuff, and also some other Eagle stuff. You don't just have to wear my stuff, but oh yeah, it's brutal, Tiffany. It really is. It really is. Son of a bitch. And I told you, just reach out and tell me. I will forget anything within 5 seconds. I'm the worst. I'll forget mid-conversation. I think we've all seen that at times. I'm a drifter, but I will do that as soon as I am done here. And he does. And I've tried to, make little shows where he comes in, and Drew, we've talked about this. I've tried to convince her. I've tried to convince Dom. I've tried to convince Herschel. Well, it is what it is, man. But, he just always loves to be part of the show. And they don't, man. They don't even understand what development is. And it's always, with Jalen Hurts. Oh, trade him. He sucks. Fire Howie Roseman. Like, oh, my God, dude. Help me. Yeah, he is. And he's pumped up. And we used to have Herschel's hot takes. That needs to come back because he has literally been loud as hell lately. So, and yes, those fans are annoying, man. Almost as annoying as Herschel. I'll be real with you. But he does, and he does. Big B.O. That's an old one. I love it though. We need to get him incorporated. He rocks his jersey. He likes to get excited during the game. He's nuts, dude. He really is. He's like a spitting image of me. I guess that's what I get. I can't. Yeah, man. And that's why I try to give you guys this outlet, right? Because when I get off work, I don't want to hear about this. I don't read any of that stuff, watch anything anymore. I literally am so in the dark unless someone's like tagging me in something, or I see it posted so many times, or you know what I mean? Like I do see stuff. Like I'm not blind. I have notifications on for the important people that give news, but a lot of times they talk about dumb shit. So I have to see it. So trust me, I don't want to, and I hate it, man. But I try to give you guys a source of, different information, actual, what I find to be beneficial to me, hoping that it can be beneficial to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Got your mom in the house. Let's go. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Cannot thank all of you enough for tuning in here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. We look at the defense. We're about to look at the offense and special teams here. And I've been laughing at them, and I'm going to be laughing at them when they're all, I've been the biggest fan ever. I actually love the Eagles for a long time. Did ya? We've been waiting for you. Took you some time, though. But, dude, and yeah, we talked about how much we needed that. We talked, getting Vic and Kellen. They're sleeping on the wrong ones. And we could talk about, how funny it's going to be when they freak out, when, we struggle maybe a little on there's miscommunication on offense or defense. Like, dude, these are human beings. Like, this isn't Madden where you just plug people in and everybody's fine. No, dude, it takes a little time. And if there's some bumpy roads, that's okay, dude. Let this thing settle in, and I promise you this team's going to be whooping ass. And I appreciate that, man. And Herschel, I love you. I know you get on my nerves sometimes. I love him too. He's my boy. And there's nothing that makes my heart sing more, coming home and just getting attacked by him. He's too funny, man. Well, obviously Chelsea and Dom as well. I'm just saying, like the way he attacks me, man. It's too funny. But, I'm pumped up too, Drew. Let's get excited. And, Dank, my man, appreciate you tuning in, my friend. And, look, dude, I can't. And they always try to come at me. We've done a pretty good job of scaring those people off, though. I think that the fact that, I just embarrass them with, facts, knowledge, truth, things I find valuable that they just seem don't matter. And it's like, well, all right, I guess I'll do it. But that's all good. And yes, I commented on that. Happy birthday to you. Hope you had a great birthday, and glad they got the W for you. Same goes out to Nina's mom. Gave you guys a shout out, but did not see either of you. Happy birthday, and hope you all and your families enjoyed that time. And 20th year, no doubt, brother. I cannot. We were just talking about that today. My one buddy from work, he's like, I think I'm 30. He's like, am I 39? He's like, am I going to be 40? And he's like, I don't. And we were laughing so hard, and I was like, making me think, I'm like, dog, I'm literally 38. Like, oh my God, the withered old man here. Like, dude, when I tell you, like, and there's, I'm sure people older than me in the chat that can tell you, like I've seen bad teams, man. Like, I've seen the Eagles be a bad team. Like, and I don't mean like for a year you struggled and it was tough, like the Andy Reid year. And then, like, we've had some tough times the last 20 years, I guess, a couple. But, dude, like my childhood, we just blew ass. But I think that really taught me, how to be loyal and just, I love my Birds no matter what. That's how my family was. And it was just like so weird. Like, oh, we stay faithful. We root for our team no matter what, and that was cool to me. And then we started getting good in like my teenage years. And dude, we're blessed right now, dude. And I'm telling you, if this dynasty comes our way, like just enjoy the moment. I don't understand why there's always this guy. Everybody sucks. We gotta get. It's like, why not just talk about what we have? And I talk about it all the time, right? But you guys should be able to tell me right now what the three positions I say right now that I would look to address: offensive line, tight end, safety, and well, let's look at this offense here in a second. And happy birthday, Dank! Oh, we got birthdays abound, ladies and gentlemen. Love to see it. Hope you guys are all staying safe, enjoying the hell out of your born days. Let's go. Tuesday was the day I was born. Let's go. That's what's up, my friend. And I hope you guys are all celebrating. And Roman Gabriel, see it, and that's what I'm talking about right there. See, I have the luxury of my grandfather, my father. They were all, Eagles fans. My pop's still rocking today. Big shout out to my pop. Love you. He is a true saint, and that man. I mean, I learned so much. And he used to work at Connie Mack Stadium. He used to go in and deliver the Coca-Colas, and he used to tell me about like talking to Tommy McDonald and like, dude, I'm talking. And I have some really cool stories like growing up, getting to hear stuff, from him, and then my father, and then of course my brother too. So it's I love the Eagles with all my heart. When I tell you guys like I bleed green, that's what I mean, and that's why this channel is for people like us, sickos, diehards. We bleed green, man. And whether you're like Dank fan of 20 years, whether you've been, however you and. There's always people on people's asses. Well, you're not from here. Or, oh, you didn't become a fan this way. Oh, you weren't born into it. You know what, dude? People are different. People have different upbringing. Some people don't even have parents, bro. So they can't, just pick with their parents. Some people, one of my best friends grew up in foster homes. So, it's just crazy to me that, we've got people just trying to sit here and tell people how to live their lives. And it's like, bro, however you became a fan, I'm cool with it. Now, if you're a bandwagon fan jumping around, I can't really get down with that. But I love to hear the stories of how people become fans and, things like that where, dude, this is a family. And however you got here, you're here now. So take a seat, bro. Let's go. But I'm pumped up here and born in 64. Let's go. Yeah, my father was born in 50. So he talked a lot about, the championships that came before the Super Bowls, and my pop talked about those a lot too. So you definitely, I've gotten so much stuff from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and it's really cool to, learn the history of the Birds. And I recommend anybody, if you haven't, to go, check out any of that stuff, the videos, the books they have out there, man. It's just really cool to learn, the history of the Birds. How is this? It just jumped down. I think I missed. Happy birthday, I think everybody's saying to you, Kachi's mom. I think I clicked on those. Born in 62. I'm 62, lived through ugly years as a Philly sports fan. Yeah, dude. We were very blessed with Andy Reid. I was 13 when we got Andy Reid. So my teenage years, as I was saying, we became good, and I was very grateful for that. The Super Bowl this year, I might get drunk for the first time, run down Broad Street naked. I won't get drunk, but I'll get naked, dude, and I will backflip off a flying tiger. I don't give a damn, bro. I will lose my mind again. And I will be one happy, happy man. I'm ready for it, though. So strap in, man. Get your Zimas ready. Get your britches ready. And get ready to run through some streets, my friend. And that's awesome. Seriously, that's really awesome. Gosh, sure. But yeah, man. We've gone through tough times, but that's what builds it, man. And that's just, it's part of being an Eagles fan, bro. We're not Cowboys fans. We don't just give up. I'm only a fan when we become rare. Yeah, so my dad got to see that championship, and that's cool. Pissed didn't get to see that Super Bowl. You guys know the story. I was there at his grave. My uncle brought his photo, put it there next to the TV. He was the first person, man. What an emotional moment when we won that. That was intense, man. We actually have a championship before that too, with the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. But yeah, man, this team, and I want to say that was like 23, 33. I don't know why the threes are coming up in my head, but whatever it is. I grew up a huge Blazers fan. Blazers, no doubt, man, no doubt. Streaking will be back in fashion. Oh, dude, it's always in fashion. One of my favorite moves. When I was younger, I don't do that stuff anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, Mom. I was born in 77. Let's go. Let's go. So, look, you guys know it. You feel it. I think my brother was born in 77 as well. So, yeah. I mean, I've heard it, seen it. If I haven't gone through it myself, man, and it's awesome, dude. I love when you guys share stories and let me know when you're a fan or when you became and this, that. I love that stuff, man. I'm all about it. So, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's just flying all around. But yes, it is, my friend. Gonna be a fun ride. Oh yeah, people. It's weird. I grew up in an area where it's predominantly like Steelers, which is so weird. But you guys all know I moved as soon as I graduated right to Philly. It was like, all right. But yeah, man, dealt with a lot, and I'm good on that. But 17 tried to run for 79th Ave to Broad Street. Lots of tears, lost. Oh man, what a that was insane. And then like, not only was that in like the next few days, like waiting to hear when the parade was going to be, then going to the parade was there like 4 a.m. Like there was people there way before us, like slept over there. But we were right there in front of the. That was awesome, dude. That was, oh my God, that's one of my favorite memories, man. Like just thinking about it gets me emotional. What a time, And I remember, dude. Fortunately, I don't think I knew you back then, but I remember being like, I literally like had barely a voice, and I was like, dude, I used to sing metal, man. So me losing my voice, it takes a lot. Like I go to games, I don't lose my voice. Like I was losing my mind. I mean, losing my mind. So it doesn't matter where we go, bro. It could be San Francisco, Narnia, Japan. I don't care, man. We're going to be the best team in the NFL this year. Go over to Texas, all there. You got to be a Cowboys fan. And yeah, don't let anybody tell you what to do or who to be. That'll never get you anywhere in life, man. People changing you, and that's the society we live in. Don't let that stuff get to you. Who cares what anybody thinks about you? Now, obviously, you need to be at work and have a certain, like, or you need to be at school, or you need to be at home. You have to think about what your actions do. You can't just be free-balling through life here like I used to do when I was young. But, you know, there is just a happy medium where you can just do your thing, man, and be you. And if anyone doesn't like it, well, honestly, who cares? It's like, you know, when you're driving, I used to like look in the rear view, like, oh, someone's up my ass, or you know, you're looking in your side mirror. It's like, who cares, dude? Like, these people are morons out here. Like, you got to drive, and like, I heard something like a year or so ago, and it was like, you got to liken life to that. You know, like, just look out your front window. Don't look out your back. Don't worry about the past. Don't let it get you. And something I've had to learn over time. So F those people, Mario. We're happy to have you in the Bird family, and can't make any promises now, but 91 in the house. That's what's up. A little bit younger. That you know, I feel like I've lived 400 lives. I don't even know how at this point, but when it comes to the Eagles, I feel like another 400 could be added on with the amount of stress, the amount of moments, like just so many. And my mom's in the chat. I am not, you know, but I think my mom has seen that. Well, you know, Mom, that CD, that rap album I was on. I would like to find that. If you ever see that CD in boxes somewhere at your house or anything, you just let me know, or wherever they are. But yeah, hilarious times. We were talking about that today at work, and one guy at work was like, wait, what? You were on a rap CD? And my buddy was telling me, he's like, dude, we had a rap battle at our house. And dude, there was all these dudes that were like local rappers and stuff. And I'm not a rapper, okay? I did metal singing, but I'm crazy. I rhyme words. I'm weird. So it kind of just works out. And dude, some guy wanted to rap battle me, and well, I put him right in his ass, and it was awesome. And then it turned into that story where he's like, yeah, he was actually on a rap album. Now, here's the thing. I was not rapping on that album. It was me putting my metal to some of these rap songs, and that was something I tried to get, out there. And you see, it's kind of popular nowadays, and it's kind of like everything in life. Nobody wants to listen to me. And that's all right, man. I'm not saying, like, please listen to me. Just saying, I've had a lot of years in life, trying to explain to people about, big pharma and the government and all these things. And now all of a sudden, everybody in the world is a conspiracy theorist. The world's out to get you. And well, I can promise you, that's a whole different subject for another day. But we have now just lost any kind of sanity in this world. Now everything is a lie and it's crazy and everybody's getting naked mentally, and God help us all. But I grew up hated the Cowboys without even being a football fan. I like to hear that. Saw T.O. get traded to the Eagles. Stay the Cowboys start. Oh, that was awesome. I remember how, so I played a lot of Madden at that time. T.O. was one of the awesome. I loved his attitude. I thought he was a badass. The 49ers, they weren't dick beards back then. I didn't mind them. Didn't know their fans were such shit trolls nowadays. But anyways, T.O., my pop, big shout out again to Pop. My brother Billy, and my cousin Brian went and tailgated at Lehigh for his first camp. And, bro, it was awesome. He's out there just doing his thing. He dropped the ball, and I yelled at T.O. as a little child, baby back boy. Something along the lines like, better not be dropping them. Like, just being a little shit. And, dude, he looks over and he nodded his head. Dude, the next effing play, this mother effer goes out here and jumps over two defenders and grabs it with one hand and then just, like, looks over in the vicinity of course, where I am. He's looking for who's talking shit. And, like, definitely not me. Was it that guy back there? Definitely not me. And, bro, let me tell you how excited I was about that. And, man, if he and McNabb, and you can blame whoever you want, that's another topic for another time. Dog. Man. Could add special things. And I'm about to be, because I still didn't even shower, work here. Let me tell you, some days I don't even have time to breathe. I get off work and come home to work on these things and then get this news to you guys because, well, I love each and every one of you. So I'm glad you guys are making me laugh. You're enjoying some laughs. And you see, yeah, dude, we really were. And I was just a kid, like, did we ever win? I know. Like, we were not good, man. And just ending the Kotite era and hearing all about that. And then, we had Rhodes, and I wasn't against Rhodes. I was just a little kid, so I didn't mind him. But Andy Reid came along, and that was that was awesome. So 91, maybe that's when you were born as well. Became a fan in 04, didn't suffer from it. Oh, yeah, coming along during that Super Bowl ride is definitely much easier to enjoy that. I just remember what you said when the Eagles win, settling it. Yeah, I know. I gotta watch what I say. You guys don't even know, like Jalen Carter. I did that, but I was down in my skibbies. I wasn't completely naked, but I flipped out, and you guys know I didn't come back to the video for a minute or two. It's my most watched short, watch thing ever. It's like 45,000 views, but you only can make them a minute, so you didn't get. If you guys were watching live, you saw me lose my mind. So it's hard for me not to. Big Red, always have love for. Big Red is always, man, what he's been through, all that, man. I love that, man. Always will. T.O. was a true godsend, bro. Don't even get me started on McNabb's drunk ass. Tailgating for training camp is a diehard move. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I remember, I think we were drinking Miller Lights at the time, and, well, they were. And I just remember being, like, in the moment, just sitting on these little chairs, and it was so cool. Like, I'm always going to have that memory, sitting there with my pop, my brother, my cousin. It was really cool, man. It really sucks the way it went down there. Coming back from a broken leg, almost winning the Super Bowl. It took 13 years to get revenge on Tom Brady and the Patriots. I wouldn't have had it any other way, man. Playing that, like a dude, just needed that. That, like, crushed my soul for a very long time, man. I'm sure all of you can attest to that. Always an Eagles fan, but getting someone like T.O., that was something I had never seen. And what was so cool is I remember seeing the thing, and it was like, Eagles could trade for him. And I was like, oh, my God, we might get T.O. And then they're like, the Baltimore Ravens have traded for T.O. And I was like, I effing hate you with all of my heart. And T.O. was like, well, actually, they can go F themselves. I'm not doing it. And then it was like a weird 3-team trade. And, well, they ended up with the Eagles. So, yeah, it really sucked that he went out and got drunk as hell and then threw up all over the field the next day during the Super Bowl. Instead of, maybe just not drinking. Now, I understand alcoholism. I mean, It's me, the guy with cirrhosis. I get it. Just saying, and who am I to sit here and say, well, you're in the NFL, you have millions of dollars. That doesn't make addiction any different. It'll come for all of us. And unfortunately, that man has been battling that battle for a very long time and still is. And I feel horrible for him. One of my favorite players of all time. Loved McNabb growing up. Still have love for McNabb, man, but does leave a sour taste in my mouth, how much he tried to put on T.O. and how he always attacks our players. And, it's really weird. And it's like he's blaming them. And it's like, dog, you're the one that got drunk and couldn't finish the game. Maybe if you're not throwing up in that last drive, you're not throwing that interception. Maybe, I don't know, dude. No doubt, though. That always. Ugh. I love Sproles, McCoy, and Vic. Those are more of my adult days. But yeah, I like them too, for sure. I have so many favorites. I had so many favorite times. Even when we sucked, I can always give you a time people I love. McNabb was awesome. We didn't give him. If McNabb had CeeDee Lamb and, Amari Cooper and all the things that Dak has had, you saw it with T.O. Almost. Eagles would have won the Super Bowl if they had a brain. That's the year with Cunningham, right? Where he gets hurt. Now, I was 5, so I can't vividly remember, but I do remember how pissed my family was. I just remember Buddy not knowing how to use Cunningham was the issue, right? So, whatever, dude. He just taking over for Jaws. But that defense, bro. I was just wearing that shirt the other day. The Gangrene D. Always be one of my – those are some of my favorite players right there. So, yeah, that sucks. It does. So many – what ifs, dude? So many years where it's when we had Vic and DeJean and McCoy and yeah, I know. At least, yeah, he went to 4 of them there, right? God, used to be a 2-mile long line of folks coming off the turnpike. Yeah, dude, no doubt. Seriously, lining up, bro. People love that stuff, man. And so. Yo, Dylan, my man. Appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And look, man, I'm getting excited here. I'm about to roll out in a few minutes, though. So whatever questions. Did we even look at the offense? You guys have got me. Holy crap. You got me drifting off, bro. Yeah, Dak wishes he was Donovan McNabb. Let's just keep that in check here. And it really does, man. And I don't ever want to see anybody go through that, so it sucks. But, in the football side of things, you're like, oh, man, how could you? But I get it, man, and we see he still struggles with it today, and that blows. Yeah, man, he came out there with a broken leg, dude. He shouldn't even been playing. So the choking stuff, yeah, he had his moments for sure. But, yeah, Buddy just kind of seemed like a shitbird because, he knew defense, but he needed to get an offensive coordinator that, knew what he was doing. So it sucks. But it is what it is now. Can't live in the past. But let's take a look at this offense quick before I get going and just show you, wide receiver. We need Paris Campbell to come in and show us. We know that Wilson, Smith are going to be part of the future here, but, Britton Covey also a part of the future here with Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. Yeah, it leaves you a little scared as to what's going to go on with that wide receiver 3 by committee. And I've heard a lot, we're trading for Tyreek Hill and, whatever else is, the media puts out there. But for me, if you feel that Paris isn't going to get healthy, maybe you do go add somebody. But I just kind of feel like, we talked about those 6 that I mentioned, Brown, Smith, Campbell, Wilson, Covey, and the other Smith. I think that those are your guys. And yeah, sure, it's not the greatest, but if Wilson, Paris Campbell, Covey, these guys can't get it done, maybe you sign, Hunter Renfrow. Maybe you don't have to go trade for anyone. So, there's options, man. But I want to see what Paris Campbell could do. I want to see what this team with these young guys can do. Britton Covey getting a chance to be more of a receiver. I would like to see that. Now, when I talk about tight end, that's where I'm more concerned. Not having Calcaterra and Albert O makes it even more concerning for me. But, you added Armani Rogers, Kevin Fulch, okay. But Azoma, I told you, okay, he can be tight end 3, but somebody needs to be tight end 2. I've heard Calcaterra has gotten better, but come on, man. If anything were to happen to Goddard, that would not be great. So some concern there for me. On the offensive line, if Becton's going to be the guard, cool. You got Kennard, Steen, Keegan, Johnson, maybe Toth. Dylan McMahon, the draft pick. Don't know that Hennessy, Yates, or Sharping even make this team, but maybe you keep somebody for veteran help. Toth can play every damn position, so maybe you just keep him. But Fred Johnson will be your left tackle, the backup. But still some depth concerns, and we'll see how Becton does at right guard. But yeah, man, I'm still excited about this offense. We have Saquon Barkley, man. Everybody's talking about how much we need a third receiver. And look, I get it, man. There's going to be sets where we're using 3, even 4 receivers. But, dog, you have Saquon Barkley. You have Dallas Goedert. So if you're healthy, man, I think we've got a lot of weapons. And that's – I understand everybody wants an all-pro at every position, and we kind of have the luxury of – I mean, we kind of do at a lot of them. So I get it. But, man, next man up if somebody gets hurt. And these young guys or veterans, somebody's going to have to step up if anything were to happen. So – just the way it is. Now, on special teams here, you can see I added Cooper DeJean in there, and he could help you in punt return, kick return if he needs. But look, man, we've got lots of competition at returner. That is awesome. So at punt returner, you can see I have Covey, Anais Smith, and Cooper DeJean there. There are some other guys that can help out. Isaiah Rodgers can do it. Will Shipley can do it. I'm sure Ross could try, but Tyler Hall can do it. Now, Paris Campbell and Hall are more your kick returners. I have them with Kenny G here, John Ross, and obviously Shipley and Rodgers. So you've got guys that can return, man. And that, to me, is effing exciting because there's so many years that, I mean, look right there, the new players. Rodgers, Shipley, Smith, DeJean, Hall, Haas. Wow. Ross, Campbell is new. So Kenny Gainwell and Britt Govey are the only guys that have been returners for us, that are here that weren't here before. So, yes, we added. So as much as people are locked into trading for everyone under the sun, I'm locked into what we do have and what we've added. Howie Roseman, a true masterclass. Let them keep trying to hate on you, dude. I don't care. I'm excited about this team, and I still think we're winning the Super Bowl. But that's not to say all those things I just mentioned about where we could add are not true today. So I'm all about improving this roster, whatever needs to happen, man. But all about it. So how about today's team? Excited about the run defense, especially. Well, Dylan, maybe if you would have tuned in the 52 minutes before, you would have heard all about the entire defense that we went over. But, yeah, dude, I've heard a lot of the media getting people, upset about the line, how we need to trade. I was making fun of them earlier. You obviously missed that part. I feel very excited about this defensive line, especially. Think we could break the sack record. Think we're going to be great against the run. So I'm pumped. And, yes, I'm still very excited about Johnny Wilson myself. Obviously, he, Trotter Jr., 2 guys I talked about before the draft that would fit exactly what we're looking for at both respective spots. I'm pumped up, man. And Donkwa, that was one of my undrafted fits for the Eagles. Another one that you guys know how I feel about him. Hopeful he could show something, but if not, practice squad hopeful. A lot of guys I'm pumped about, Tiffany. 7 out of the 9 draft picks. I got 2 of those undrafted guys as well. So 9 players we talked about before the draft are on the Philadelphia Eagles. So, yeah, man, the youth movement we talked about, we already had the foundation for this dynasty. You just had to add those pieces we asked for, and, well, we got them, dude. So all about it. And we've got D-line. We've got linebackers. So this D-line, again, I continue to laugh at people that question this. I'm not trying to make fun of any of you guys, but I see the media trying to push that narrative. And, man, as soon as people learn who Jalen Carter is, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, they are in for a rude awakening. And, Sweat, Huff, Brandon Graham, and Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Patrick Johnson, I think people are really going to find out what this line is. And it's going to be beautiful. Yeah, and people getting worked up about joint practices and stuff like that. Like I told you guys earlier, I saw comments on myself, and I'm just like, gotta be down bad to be going through that. But hey, let them do whatever makes them happy or miserable or whatever mood they like to be in. For me, I like to get off work and talk with you sickos about our birds. So hopefully going through the defense thoroughly, offense there briefly, and the special teams gives you an idea of how I still feel about this roster, why I laugh at the media talking about how we have to trade for all of these all-pros, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes coming to the Eagles. I never get down with that stuff, but more power to people that do. Not for me. So if you guys enjoy those facts, keep on coming back. So I threw the S in there to rhyme, and that was just completely horrible. Bear with me. It's been a long day, but let that dynasty season seep into their little bones, into their bloodstream, and they'll all be repeating it right back to me. I promise you that. But look, guys, I got to get rolling. got some family time to spend, but hope you guys are all having a great week so far. Hope you're staying safe out there, enjoying your birthdays. So many out there. Happy birthday to all of you and your family members again. Hope you're having a great damn end of your summer. I can't believe it's almost over. Holy crap, but that means football is coming back, so that gets me excited. But tomorrow, we're going to break down what I have changed on my 53 prediction. It'll give you the update on the depth chart, what's going on, getting you ready for Thursday. That's right, we're getting preseason football again. So we'll break down everything we can tomorrow, go through that stuff. Hope to see you then. But if you need anything, it doesn't have to be about the birds. You can reach out. Tiffany, I just remembered the address. If you guys have asked me something or need something, whatever it may be, and I haven't responded, whatever it is, I always tell you, remind me, reach out again. I'm telling you, my brain is mush half the time. I've got so many things going on. So many. I try to stay sane here, and I always want to be there for you guys because you seriously are always there for me. I cannot thank you enough for that support. And that comes in the form of the like button, sharing. You don't have to be doing the memberships, the tips, all the stuff you guys do. It blows my mind. I was talking about that at work today, just how supportive you guys are. You're truly family to me, and I cannot thank you enough for that. I love each and every one of you. Hope you're having yourselves a great week, but all I've got for you tonight. So until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victor. Hold on. I see 6 comments just flew in. Holy hell, you guys. Better be some go birds coming my way because I want to see it. And much love to you, my friend. You stay safe out there. God bless, my friend. I really can't thank you enough for tuning in, Joe. They just don't understand football. I've shown you the double team percentage he had last year. It's laughable to me, man. They're in for a rude awakening when they see what happens here. So you take care, my friend. Appreciate you tuning in. If any of you rewatch this, go back and get yourself a little bit of learning in. Do me a favor, comment on it. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Maybe I can help change your mind and get you away from those media narratives. Whatever it is, maybe you still feel the media is right. ESP is the one to follow. Let me know how you feel. I'm all about it, but they are in shambles over a practice. So that's pretty weird, man. But again, I've seen a lot of it from fans all over commenting on a lot of my stuff. But that just goes to show you guys, you can smell it. I can almost taste it. The fear, it's in the air. I'm telling you, dude, and I understand their fear because, bro, whoo. Oh, man. And yeah, I don't know who you're talking about, whoever does what consistency, but I think that a lot of people are just going to have to learn football here. That's what it comes down to, bro. They have to get consistent with knowing what they're talking about, and that is just something the media can't do. So that's why they run with these narratives that just don't match what's actually happening in real life. They talk about how nose tackles don't have sacks. That's not what a nose tackle does. So if we can teach them football, it'll go a long way, and I understand their pain. Don't know what's going on. They have no clue how anything works. Everybody's just pissed off. They still want to trade Hurts. They're mad they didn't know. And nobody did. I'm sorry I was the only one. I got to admit, none of those media or content creator people at all. So I get why they're down and why they're against Hurts and Howie and Sirianni because they were never fans of them to begin with. So let them keep hating. I'll keep educating. I got to go, though, guys. I love all of you to death. And you know what I want to see, and I love to see you repeating that, Tiffany. I might change my 15-2 prediction, but I'm going to stick with it for now. If we could go undefeated, we could win that, Super Bowl. We could build that dynasty. A lot of things could happen. I'm sticking to my Super Bowl prediction. I'll stick with my 15-2. I'll stick with my dynasty. If you're with me, let me hear a little go birds down below, baby. Have yourselves a great night. Until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Have yourselves a great rest of your night. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!